Hello dear students, today in this video I am going to discuss some multiple choice questions on the biotechnology principles and processes. So let us go for the first question here. Restriction endonucleases are the options enzymes that process pre-RNAs, are enzymes that degrade the DNA, protect the bacterial cell from viral infection, and the last option is none of the above. So here the right answer for this question is option C. Option C is the right answer because the bacterial cells are protected from viral infection. Then what is this REN? So here name itself indicates that is REN. Actually, REN are present in the bacterial cell and they provide protection to the bacterial cell during viral infection. When a virus infects the bacterial cell, the protection is provided. The virus capable of infecting, if a virus infects the bacteria, it is called bacteriophage. The bacteriophage is a virus which infects the bacteria, and to prevent the DNA multiplication in the bacterial cell, the REN are used. That is why the name restriction endonuclease. So REN are present in the bacterial cell and they provide protection to the bacterial cell when they are infected by the bacteriophages. And bacteriophages are nothing but viruses that are capable of infecting the bacteria, and these nucleases, they prevent the DNA multiplication inside the bacterial cell. So C is the right answer. Moving to the next question. A biologist tend to use a polymerase chain reaction topper from a genetic task. The biologist probably is trying to. Direct question. A biologist intends to use polymerase chain reaction from a genetic task. The biologist probably is trying to. Genetic biologist ಒಂದು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಾನ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ಅವ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಿಕತ್ತಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತದ. In the question it is mentioned about PCR. What is the use of PCR? PCR is used for amplification of DNA or gene of interest, polymerase chain reaction. So through the polymerase chain reaction, number of DNA copies can be increased, and here the right option for this one is option B. The genetist or the biologist is trying to clone a gene. So this is the answer. Next, which of the following is not necessary to execute a polymerase chain reaction successfully? Polymerase chain reaction ಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. So here the DNA bases are required, short DNA primer is required, DNA polymerase is required. So badagirodi yaudu DNA library. So the right answer for this question is option D, DNA library. So let us elaborate the PCR. PCR, it is polymerase chain reaction discovered by or invented by a biologist called Kary Mullis in the year 1984. The year of invention is 1984, and in this the 3 steps are used to do the PCR. One is denaturation, where high temperature is used. Second step is annealing, and third step is extension of primer. And very important, the enzymes used in PCR, the 2 important enzymes are used in the PCR, and they are, the one is Taq polymerase, and source of Taq polymerase is Thermus aquaticus. The bacterial source is Thermus aquaticus, and another enzyme used is Wnt polymerase, and its source is Thermococcus litoralis. The source is Thermococcus. The species name is litoralis. So this is the source of Wnt polymerase. PCR, it is polymerase chain reaction used for the amplification of DNA. The technique was discovered by Kary Mullis in the year 1984, and the steps of PCR are denaturation, annealing and extension. PCR requires thermostable enzymes which can withstand with the high temperature. The 2 enzymes are used in the PCR. The commonly using one is Taq polymerase. Its source is Thermus aquaticus, and another is Wnt polymerase. Its source is Thermococcus litoralis. So PCR execute ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ DNA bases ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತವ, short DNA primers ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತವ, DNA polymerase enzyme, both of them are DNA polymerase enzymes. Only the requirement which is not essential is DNA library. So this is the answer for third question. And fourth one, a gene is said to be cloned if ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಜೀನು ಕ್ಲೋನ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? The gene is said to be cloned if the given options are: the DNA sequence of gene is known, the function of the gene is known, there is a DNA probe for gene, the gene has been isolated and copied. So the right option for this question is the gene has been isolated and copied. So what is cloning? See, if this is a plasmid, so plasmid is commonly used as vector. Let us consider this as plasmid, and here it is cloning site of plasmid. At this cloning site, we have introduced the isolated DNA. Let us imagine this is the isolated DNA. If this isolated DNA, it is copied when the plasmid undergoes multiplication, no doubt the inserted DNA also undergoes multiplication. If this plasmid undergoes self-replication, so along with the plasmid, what we are going to get? This is the plasmid DNA and this is the desired DNA. Here we are getting the copy of inserted DNA. Inserted DNA ದು ಕಾಪಿ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ. ಯಾವಾಗ inserted DNA ದು ಕಾಪಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದ, yes, it is confirmed that the gene is cloned. Then the biolistic or gene gun is suitable for the given options are DNA fingerprinting, then disarming pathogen vector, transformation of the plant cell, and last one is constructing recombinant DNA molecule. So the right answer for this one is constructing recombinant DNA molecule. Then question is, what is this gene gun? In this, the balls made up of gold or tungsten, they are coated with the balls made up of gold or tungsten are coated with desired DNA. The DNA which we want to insert into the host, that is coated on the ball, and these balls are allowed to bombard so that desired DNA can be introduced into the host cell, or organism. So here I would like to inform, the technique was discovered by John C. Sanford, a person, John C. Sanford, along with Edward Wolff, one more biologist, Edward Wolff. They have invented this technique, invented the gene gun or biolistic method of DNA transfer. John C. Sanford, Edward Wolff, they have invented the gene gun method of transferring DNA. Then plasmid present in the bacterial cell are, what is plasmid? First let us go for the options. Circular double helical DNA, linear double helical DNA molecule, circular double helical RNA molecule, and linear double helical RNA molecule. So what is the right answer for this? So where do you find the plasmid? Namak plasmid el siktava? Let us consider this as a bacterial cell. In the bacterial cell, the bacterial chromosome is present. Apart from bacterial chromosome, one more circular DNA is present, and this circular DNA present in the bacterial cell represents plasmid. So plasmid is extra chromosomal DNA. The plasmid here you can see, the plasmid represents, it is extra chromosomal DNA, Apart from chromosomal DNA, extra chromosomal DNA is present. And what is the shape of this plasmid? It is circular in shape and it is also double-stranded DNA. So the right option for this one is option A. Circular double helical DNA molecule present in the bacterial cell, it represent plasmid. And one more term here need to remember, that is plasmids are more commonly using vector in the genetic engineering experiment. It is very commonly using vector in the genetic engineering experiment to transfer the desired DNA or gene of interest from host organism into recipient. So moving to the next question. So here some palindrome sequences are given. So palindrome, which of the following palindromic base sequences in DNA can be easily cut at about the middle by some particular restriction enzyme? So what is palindromic sequence? Palindromic sequence is the sequence in a DNA molecule where group of bases that forms same sequence in 5' to 3' or 3' to 5', that is both forward and backward direction. So where the palindrome sequence is present, it is recognized by REN. Always REN cuts the DNA at palindrome sequence. And one answer here right is option C. 5' GAATTC 3' and 3' CTAAG, it is the palindrome sequence, because here it is starting with G and A from 5' and 3' it is T and C, sorry, C and T, here also it is C and T, here also it is G and A. And this particular palindrome is cleaved by ECOR1, which is a REN obtained from E. coli. The ECOR1 is obtained from E. coli, and this is a recognition sequence of ECOR1. Then moving to the next question. In genetic engineering, the antibiotics are used. The given options are as a selectable marker to select healthy vectors to keep the cultures free of infection as sequences from where replication starts. Genetic engineering ಒಳಗ antibiotics ಅನ್ನ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ? So here the answer is they are used as the selectable markers. This is the answer. So what is this selectable marker? Again, I would like to go for a plasmid. So here it is the plasmid. Let us consider this as PBR 322, which is given in the syllabus, and this PBR 322 is having TE tetracycline resistant gene and ampicillin resistant gene. So these two can be used as selectable markers. So both of them can be used as selectable markers because this is a gene resistance for antibiotic. So particular antibiotics ಗೆ ಇರೋಹಂತ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಜೀನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ? ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್? The selectable marker always helps in the differentiation of transformants and non-transformants. Transformants and non-transformants. Once again, I will mark here. With the help of selectable marker, it is possible to identify transformants. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗೆ RDNA ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡದ. What is that RDNA plasmid? Plasmid with desired DNA at its cloning site. ಯಾವ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ ಅದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ that becomes non-transformant. So to differentiate transformants and non-transformants, ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ? we are making use of selectable marker. So antibiotics are used, antibiotic resistant gene is used as selectable marker, and selectable marker helps to identify transformant and non-transformant, so that transformants are further selected and they are cultured on suitable culturing medium to get the desirable product. So moving to the next one. During the isolation of DNA, addition of which of the following causes precipitation of purified DNA? The direct question, the answer is chilled ethanol. So this is the answer. ಏನದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ? Isolation of the DNA, addition of which of the following causes causes precipitation of purified DNA. How you are going to isolate the DNA? To isolate the DNA, different techniques can be used. To isolate the DNA, we are using enzymes. ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ? ಎಂಝೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವುದು? ಲೈಸೋಝೈಮ್ to isolate the DNA of bacterial cell, and the cellulase and pectinase to isolate the DNA of plant cell, and one more enzyme we can make use is chitinase to isolate the DNA of fungi. If this is the test tube and here we have the isolated DNA, to this isolated DNA, when chilled ethanol is added, only DNA gets precipitated. DNA ಮಾತ್ರ precipitate ಆಗ್ತದ, and that pure form of the DNA can be collected from the suspension. So the right answer for this question is chilled ethanol. Then, which of the following processes require energy? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕು? ಲೈಗೇಷನ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್, hybridization. So the answer is only ligation requires energy. What is this ligation? So here are the two DNA fragments and we want to join these two DNA fragments. When both the DNA fragments are treated with the enzyme ligase, the DNA fragments can be joined with each other. The process is called ligation. Joining of DNA fragments with the help of ligase. Then what happens here? DNA, one DNA fragment is providing 3' OH and another DNA is providing 5' phosphate group. Between these two, there is a formation of phosphodiester bond. The phosphodiester bond is formed between these two DNA fragments. Actually, there is a joining of backbone. The backbone of two DNA fragments are joined with each other. Therefore, it requires energy. The two options are here. The energy may be consumed in the form of ATP or the energy may be consumed in the form of NAD+. ATP ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದ? When the DNA fragments are joining in the bacterial cell as well as in the animal cell. The DNA ligase of animal cell or the DNA ligase of bacteriophage. It consumes the energy in the form of ATP. The DNA ligase of bacterial cell consumes the energy in the form of NAD+. So ligation is energy consuming process. Then next question. Restriction endonucleases are the enzymes. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? What is the function of restriction endonuclease? Make cuts at specific positions within the DNA molecule, recognize a specific nucleotide sequence for binding of DNA ligase, restrict the action of enzyme DNA polymerase, remove nucleotides from the ends of DNA molecule. So what is the function of the REN here? See, if this is the double-stranded DNA, only one option to cut the DNA is by treating with REN. REN recognizes the DNA and it cuts the DNA at a specific position within the DNA. So the right answer for this question is option A. So option A is the right answer. So let me mark this one. I'm not getting the point. Yes. So option the answer for this question is A. Make cuts at specific positions within the DNA molecule. Hence, as REN cuts the DNA, it is commonly known as molecular seizure. The REN is commonly known as molecular seizure as it cuts the DNA. So the answer for this question is option A. Then, the linking of antibiotic resistant gene with the plasmid vector became possible with DNA ligase, endonuclease, DNA polymerase, exonuclease. Again, the straight question it is, the linking of antibiotic resistant gene with the plasmid vector became possible. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು DNA ಮತ್ತೊಂದು DNAಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ಡರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು DNA ಇರಲಿ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟರೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು ನಮಗೆ? DNA ligase, because the DNA ligase can join the two DNA fragments. What is the function of DNA ligase? It joins the DNA fragments. DNA fragments can be joined with the help of DNA ligase. Hence DNA ligase is called molecular glue. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ಲೂ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ DNA fragments can be joined with the help of the DNA ligase. Then what type of enzyme is used in recombinant DNA technology to split a specific sugar phosphate bond in each strand of the DNA double helix? DNA double helix ಒಳಗ ಶುಗರ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಬಾಂಡನ್ನು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಎಂಝೈಮನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ? ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಂಝೈಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ದ ಶುಗರ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಈಚ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ DNA double helix? So the answer is REN. So let me elaborate what is the function of esterase. Esterase is the enzyme which can cleave the ester bonds. It can cleave the ester bond, and here lipase breaks fat and ligase joins DNA. So only one link to split the sugar phosphate bond is REN. REN can break the sugar phosphate bond. So this is the answer for question. So restriction endonuclease can break the sugar phosphate bond. That is why it is used to cut the DNA molecule. Then next question. Which of the following has ability to transform normal cells into cancerous cells in animals? Somewhat interesting question it is. Which of the following has the ability to transform the normal cells into cancerous cells in animals? The answer is retrovirus. So the answer for this question is retrovirus. So what is this retrovirus? So retroviruses are the viruses having RNA as genetic material. The RNA is present as genetic material in the virus. They are called retroviruses. And these viruses genetic material, the genetic material of these viruses contains an enzyme. Viruses has an enzyme called reverse transcriptase. It contains an enzyme called reverse transcriptase. So what it is doing? The genetic material is RNA. In the presence of reverse transcriptase, it synthesizes DNA. This DNA, it enters into the nucleus of host. The retrovirus DNA enters into the nucleus of host, and this retrovirus DNA, it can express. That means it produces its own copies. And most of the retroviruses in animals, they are causing cancer. The cancerous cells in animals are generally formed when they are infected by the retrovirus. So the answer is option B. So one let me clear one more thing here. Cancer cells in animals anta question ada. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ರೆಟ್ರೋವೈರಸ್. ಇದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಲೇಟರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ PBR 322. It is the physical map of plasmid PBR 322. It is the first artificial plasmid constructed from plasmid of E. coli. So this one is artificial plasmid about which we are talking here. So about PBR 322 I am explaining, and this plasmid is artificial plasmid produced from plasmids of E. coli. ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈ ಕೋಲೈನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ PBR 322ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ. ಎರಡು ಈ ಕೋಲೈದ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ಗಳು, ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ 318 PBR 318 and another is PBR 320. So by using these two plasmids, finally the PBR 322 is created, and this credit goes to Bolivar and Rodriguez. Here the asked question, some parts are labeled as A, B and C, D. Choose the option showing the correct labeling. A ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, B, C and D ಏನಾಗ್ತವ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So the right answer is option D. A represents restriction site of ECOR1, B represents restriction site of BAMH1, and C represents the ampicillin resistant gene, and D represents ORI. The plasmid has got ORI, that is why it can undergo the self-replication. And if the vector has ORI, then only it can be selected as the cloning vector for genetic engineering experiment. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರನ್ನ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ORI ಸೈಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಲೋನಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದರೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರೆಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನನ್ನು ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ORI ಸೈಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋನಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಟ್ ವೇರ್ the desired DNA can be inserted to create the recombinant DNA. If these properties are present in a molecular structure, it is used as a vector in genetic engineering. Next, which of the following is correctly matched? ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲೇ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ. ಅಗಾರೋಸ್ ಸೀವೀಡ್, ಥರ್ಮಸ್ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕಸ್ tDNA, then plasmid DNA vector SAL1 restriction endonuclease. So here the wrong matched. The answer for this is B, because the tDNA, it is present in Agrobacterium. Agrobacterium is a common bacterium that infects the dicots. In that tDNA is present. Thermus aquaticus, it is thermostable bacteria, and from the Thermus aquaticus only we are isolating or we are getting Taq polymerase. The Thermus aquaticus is source of Taq polymerase. It is the source of Taq polymerase. So the wrong match here is answer B. Then it is match the following. ECO R1, BAM H1, HIND 3, PBR 322. So here PBR 322 is plasmid, remaining 3 are the restriction endonucleases, and with respect to that their sources are given. So what is the right answer for this one? So let us go for marking. Here PBR 322, an artificial plasmid. HIND 3, it is the Haemophilus influenzae. For B, HIND 3, its source is Haemophilus influenzae. Then BAM H1, its source is Bacillus amyloliquefaciens, and ECO R1, its source is Escherichia coli. So ECO R1 for A it is 3, for B it is 1, for C it is 2nd, for D it is 4th. So this is the right answer for given match the following. Which of the following is a natural genetic engineer of plants? So the question is very direct here. Natural genetic engineer. So yaudile answer is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Why it is called natural genetic engineer of plants? Because Agrobacterium contains TI plasmid. So TI plasmid contains tDNA, and when this tDNA is introduced into the host cell, it produces the tumors, so that normal cells can be converted into tumor cell. Hence it is called natural genetic engineer. Then next, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding PCR? Again question is with respect to polymerase chain reaction. Idrolaga yav statement wrong ada, that we have to identify. In PCR, 2 primers are used. Taq polymerase is related for PCR, Taq DNA polymerase. Taq DNA polymerase is not thermostable. Multiple copies of gene can be synthesized in PCR. So ille the incorrect statement regarding the PCR is Taq DNA polymerase is not thermostable. Actually it is thermostable, resistant to the high temperature. That is why it is used in PCR. Denaturation of DNA fragment ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ temperature up to 90 to 95 degree ತನಕ increase ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಡೆಡ್ DNA is converted into single stranded DNA. ಆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಿಗೆ ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಎಂಜೈಮೇ Taq polymerase. Actually it is thermostable, but here given answer is it is not thermostable, therefore this is wrong statement. So last question of today's discussion. Which of the following is not correct for PBR 322 vector? PBR 322 vector ige yaudu correct alla. It was constructed by using DNA derived from ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ಆಕರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈ ಕೋಲೈ. ಇದರ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆನೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂತದು. ಈ PBr 322ನ ಇಕೋಲೈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಡನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ. ಒಂದು PBr 318 and another is PBr 320. So first question is right. It has two drug resistant genes, tetracycline and ampicillin. That is also correct. It was developed by Bolivar and Rodriguez. That is why the B and R. So in the question, the B and R, here P for plasmid, B for Bolivar, one of the constructor of PBr 322, and the R for Rodriguez. So PBr 322, where P stands for plasmid. P stands for plasmid, constructed by Bolivar and Rodriguez. So what is the option D here? The option D in this statement, selectable markers present in it can differentiate recombinants from non-recombinants on the basis of their inability to produce color in the presence of chromogenic substance. So answer, right answer for this question is option D. So this is the answer. Selectable marker, non-recombinants on the basis of inability to produce in the presence of chromogenic substance. So here the right answer, this one is the right option. In the presence of chromogenic substance, chromogenic substance the presence ಒಳಗೆ inability ಅಲ್ಲ, ability to produce the color. They have the ability to produce color. ಯಾವುದು ನಾನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್ DNA ಹೋಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, that non-transformant, which one is non-transformant that produces blue color? Yavaga, in the presence of chromogenic substance, in the presence of chromogenic substance. So they have the ability to produce the color, but here given option is they are another on the basis of their inability to produce the color. Inability alla, avukku ability irtada color produce madlikke. So on the basis of that only the transformants and non-transformants can be clearly identified. So these are the questions on biotechnology principles and processes that I wanted to discuss. I hope these questions are clear for you. Thank you.